since 2006, he has achieved a lot since then, all in the gift and grace of cochlear implantation, paired with excellent speech-language therapy. He is now a graduating honor student at the Ateneo de Manila Senior High School. Beyond being a student, he has also grown to become a leader, as he is actively involved in the Student Council or Sanggunian of the Ateneo de Manila University Senior High School. Just recently, he finished his term as the chairperson of the Humanities and Social Sciences strand of Ateneo Senior High. Centino is also a vocal advocate of the deaf community, being able to execute various projects that aim to bring awareness to the hard of hearing community. Brought by the love of the social sciences and servant leadership, he wants to emphasize on how important the role of speech-language pathology is, especially for the communities that they serve.
So let us now welcome Mr. Centino Palafox.
Okay, next slide na tayo siguro. Okay, so good morning to the University of Santo Tomas, faculty and staff, students of the Speech-Language Pathology Department, and all esteemed guests. Pardon me if I seem a little nervous because after all, it's been a while since I was invited to a speaking engagement as big as this. Nung nakita ko yung format nyo, sobrang dami yung sponsors, nagulat ako. Tapos, ayun, daming schools dito, pati Lasal, may greeting pala kayo today, College of Liberal Arts. So, I have this exhilarating feeling of, I have this exhilarating feeling and honor of being able to speak in front of all of you today. But before that, I am going to show you a short clip of the last time that I spoke in front of a lot of people. Kaya sobrang kabado ako because this was 7 years ago. Okay, so next slide siguro, I will only show 20 seconds because it's so embarrassing. 20 seconds na ha? Okay, tama na. Okay, sige, so you can actually find the YouTube channel if tip nyo pang matawa. Makita nyo rin na hardcore UAP kami. So, I'll give you guys a little backstory to whatever that was. So, bali nag-request ako ng mic na pwede ko pang suotin para magawa ko yung sayo na yun, lupit, diba? So, funny enough, this speech was also done in honor of our speech-language pathologists. So many speech-language pathologists from around the world, Germans, Austrians, they came from all around the world, and we gave them the proper recognition that they deserve. So I cannot really wrap my head around the fact that so much has changed since then. I gave this speech again 7 years ago, and if I remember correctly, also a year after this took place, I was invited to give a talk here, also an event for speech-language pathology. So, ayun, 7 years is a lot, but let's go back even further. So, I was born one fateful night in December, a little after Christmas, and a few days before New Year's Eve. I was a loud and small kid. So, the attending doctors, they did all their preliminary screening and tests for newborn babies. So, unfortunately, they discovered that I was deaf of hearing in both ears. So, most definitely, this shocked the world of my parents. But it really shows that na-maintain nila yung composure nila because they were able to heed the advices of their attending doctors, their attending physicians at this age. So, at this stage, being implanted with cochlear implants was already on the table. But again, due to my very young age, I was not yet an eligible candidate for cochlear implantation. So, my physicians at that time recommended to my parents na kumuha na muna ako ng hearing aids for the meantime. So, as early as 3 months old, my parents already enrolled me in auditory verbal therapy. Plus, if I remember correctly, I was not even crawling yet, but my parents, they took the initiative to make sure that I have a head start with regards to my auditory senses and verbal communication. So, after many sessions at class, let's fast forward to a little over a year later, at exactly 13 months old. I was finally given the gift of hearing through cochlear implantation. Now I'm pretty sure that you all know that being implanted with cochlear implants or having hearing aids is nearly the first step. With the combined efforts of many different people, audiologists, parents, and speech-language pathologists, a long process is ensued to make sure that the child will be able to hear and speak to the best of their ability enabled by their cochlear implants. So, I myself, I went through this process. Now, I still remember when my mother would bring me to my therapy classes on weekdays. There is actually this one therapy class that I oddly still remember until today. My teacher Joseph and teacher Eden, they were teaching me how to make mango graham or fruit salad, something like that. Around this age, ramdam ko talaga na bali nakatutok talaga yung mundo sa akin. And especially my parents in collaboration with my therapist made sure to grab every single learning opportunity that was possible for me. As per the advice of my teachers, my mother emphasized on many different sounds that I would hear on a daily basis, may it be fire trucks or something as simple as the sound of raindrops. The months turned into years and I eventually finished therapy. Because of my successful speech therapy turning out well, I was able to enroll in a regular preschool and excel there, eventually becoming a loud, naughty, noisy, and furious kid. I was able to communicate well with my peers, again because of my successful therapy. Now, moving on, fast forward tayo to the next chapter of my life. I went a step higher, going to the Ateneo de Manila Grade School for my elementary education. So this is where things start to get interesting because I was entering a completely different world. More classmates, a bigger campus, and above all, the education that was waiting for me. An aspect of these formative years that I'd like to highlight was the curiosity of those around me. A day did not pass without people asking me what those things on my ears were. There were people asking me if they were a Bluetooth device or something like that. Even some kids going as far as saying about that again because, you know, gadgets were prohibited in school. So I made it a habit at the start of every school year to explain it to them, to introduce myself and to tell my story. To my new classmates, I can proudly say that I was able to study well at the Ateneo Grade School just like any other student was. I had no problems with my speech, hearing, or learning skills. I was able to get by just fine because of the great support system that I had. I had teachers who were very, very considerate, especially if I requested to be placed near to the front of the classroom so that I could hear the lectures and discussions of the teachers. Again, this would not have been possible without speech-language pathologists, just like everyone here who is one or studying to become one. I have found a home in the Ateneo for almost 12 years. Halatang hardcore na atinista, but I can also say that I am a Tomasian at heart. I was practically brought up by this institution because of the surgeons, audiologists, and speech-language pathologists who brought me up to date. Now, moving on to the focal point of my talk today. But before that, may papakita ko lang ulit. Okay, so next slide. Next video. And the next one, mga 30 seconds lang yan. Siguro, let's go a little deeper into the video. You can, any random part of the video. Okay, tama. Okay, so, sige. While coming up with that, while coming up with what I wanted to say today, I watched old videos like these of my speaking engagements in the past, and now I realize that yung mga talks ko dati, sobrang nilang unserious to an extent na parang you jump on from topic to topic and talking about my personal interests and such na hindi naman kasama sa scope ng event. Looking back, I was just yapping about the most random things. Sa grabe ng kapal ng mukha ko, pinapag-usapan ko iba't ibang klase ng mga patinggan tas yung gera sa Vietnam. So, I know, although that these topics were so random and everything, I know that I was able to inspire the next generation of speech-language pathologists, doctors, and audiologists. It was through my endless talking that I was able to prove that I am an embodiment of the fact that nothing is impossible. But today, I want to change the tone of my talk, but still with the same goal of inspiring everyone who is here today. So let me introduce myself again. I am Santino Palafox, a graduating student at the Ateneo Senior High School. I was a student of the Humanities and Social Sciences strand. Moreover, I just recently finished my term at the ASHS Sangguniang as the Humanities and Social Sciences strand chairperson. After I finished my college education, I want to take my talents to the field of foreign relations, hopefully working as a diplomat. Now, fueled by the social sciences and my love for servant leadership, I wanted to give back to the community that has always taken care of me. So, next slide tayo siguro. Let's go to a picture. Okay, so during one of our GPOAs, or General Plan of Actions, my strand core, we were brainstorming the list of projects na pwede sana namin i-execute all throughout the school year. So, with the advice of my awesome moderator, we decided to expand our horizons. We came up with the idea of having a Filipino Sign Language workshop for students and faculty. This project here is entitled Likha. We partnered with a sign language tutoring service with the goal in mind, let's go to the next slide, with the goal in mind to create a world of endless possibilities for the deaf community. The project was very successful, having a high turnout to the point that we had to organize a second edition which had an even higher turnout. The project was very successful. So, next slide tayo. So, last week I was awarded the Gawad Lingkod, or the highest recognition for project execution at the Senior High School Office of Student Activities. So, again, this project is part of the vision that I have for Filipinos around the country who are part of the hard of hearing community. Again, creating a world of endless possibilities for them. With the title of my talk today being Leadership in Diversity, I want to throw it back to you guys. Whether you like it or not, you are all leaders just like I am. You may not be holding any position of some sort, but you are in the position of changing the lives of others. Just like those SLPs who were able to change mine and give me the opportunity to lead a normal yet extraordinary life. You are changing the lives of the community that you are working for or studying. Always remember that. Now, I will leave you with 3 main points. So let's go to the first slide. The first is to ask yourself, bakit at para kanino mo ito ginagawa? Siyempre, yung obvious answer dyan is because you want to help the community you are serving. But there's a much deeper answer to that, and nasa inyo na yan to discover that. Second, magtiwala. The second step is to believe. Just like I said, it is possible. Once matuto kayong maniwala, you will be unstoppable. The last point now, maglingkod. This is a personal request of mine, and that is to simply serve. Now, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. But before that, let me go in the tagline of my council as it applies sa pinapag-usapan natin ngayon. Sana ay lagi-lagi huwag magsawang maglingkod. Thank you to all speech language pathologists, doctors, and audiologists alike. You are my heroes. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much for that talk, Mr. Santino, and I hope that everyone learned a lot from his talk. So at this juncture, we shall now proceed to the question and answer portion.